put BA down. All right. YouTube should be up and running. What up with sound today? Uh-oh, something wrong with the sound? I don't know. Can everybody hear me okay? VLO. I haven't heard VLO in a while. VLO. Oops. VLO. All right. All right. Someone can hear me. No, not stock symbol. Nah, I can hear you fine. Yep, yes. Oh, SOUN. SOUN. Okay. Tamara, I don't do Bitcoin. So we're here for dividend stocks only. Okay. Flying high. Cool. Well, Bitcoin. Tamara, I don't do Bitcoin. I don't. So I couldn't answer that question for you. ALB. All right, Doc. We'll look at ALB. ALB. Doc showed up, honey. She said it's about time, Doc. Sorry. What did you do? Is it free? Well, yeah, you don't have to pay anything to be here. This is all free information to help out the little guy. Because I'm, I used to be a little guy. Actually, I still am a little guy. I get pissed on all the time. Yeah. All right. We got enough people here. Let's get started with KSS. Keep it simple, stupid. Know anything about SOUN? We're going to take a look at SOUN in a little bit. I've never heard of it, but I'll take a look at it. First one on the list today is going to be KSS. Okay, now just to let you know, I do have KSS, which is Kohl's. My average price is $27.97. Okay, I sold off the 26.5s and the 26s. So I got half at 26, I have 26.5. Hey, might be a dumb question, but what would you ideal staffing? Oh, you can start with anything. Anyone? All right, I gotta slide down because I'm invested in C3. I have no idea what that is. Okay, Castor, you said, hey, might be a dumb question, but what would be an ideal starting capital to start working this plan? Well, Castor, my honest opinion is do not start this. Do paper trading first. There's a lot of brokers out there that will let you jump in and just practice. Now, believe it or not, I've been doing this for over 12 years. Over 20 years, and I still have a paper trading account. I still make mistakes. I don't know if any of you guys saw my video from this afternoon. I shot 2 videos this afternoon because I made it wasn't a big mistake. I did make a mistake. I came out, I admitted it, and I think it was Craig Daniels. He goes by the call sign Go Sox 83. He pointed out I did my math wrong and I pushed the wrong damn button. But I got 2 videos out there saying that I did make mistakes. Has anyone said PM? Look at PM. PM. All right, I can do PM. So Cassie, that's not a dumb question. You can start out with whatever. I just watched the JM math mistake. Hey, Albert, we all make mistakes. Mike just no, it was yesterday. The mistake I made was yesterday. PLTR. What happened last 2 days? All right, we'll take a look at that one. PLTR. All right, enough with the questions. Let's jump in and see what we're doing. Okay, you just watched it. Albert, what did you think? If that's the worst thing that happened, you're in good shape. Yeah, I know. YouTube 2 feeds, one in the face, the other in the computer. Yep, that's right. All right. Kohl's, KSS. All right, so I jumped in on the 4th, which was last week at 28.83, and then last Monday 28.83. This Monday I doubled down at 27.12. I sold the 26.5s and the 26s. So I'm doing good with the premiums on that one. Okay, the market's still moving up tomorrow. That I can't tell you. I not that not that I don't want to tell you. It's just that I have no idea. Time to stop questions. Subscribe only. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Off the questions, and let's get down to some stocks and some numbers. All right, no more questions. Nike. We'll take a look at Nike also. That's the last one for a little bit. All right, we have a nice list to start out with so far. That's about 10. Yeah, that's about 10. All right, let's go. Start ticking them off. KSS, which is Kohl's. So let's get down to it. Let's get ready to rumble. I had a little too much of a nap today. All right, anyway, Kohl's. A year ago today, 23.24. We have what looks like a triple bottom, like 1780. Look at that. Once in the end of May and twice in October. Beginning of October and the middle of October. Okay, we got a nice little high. Looks like we have a double high also at 29.65. Okay, now that was the beginning of August. From there, she just drops like a rock till middle of October at 1760. And then from there, she shoots up nicely to end the year at 29.45. Nice. Sweet. All right. All right, so we have a 90-day bottom here at 23.45. Now, for you guys just getting here, this screen here is being live broadcast on YouTube. Okay, so I know the screen's here and it looks pretty in the background, but you really can't see these numbers. I don't know if you guys can see these numbers on your phones. Okay, but these numbers are freaking tiny. All right, but you can look at them on your computer. All right, so that being said, our 90-day bottom, 23.45. Okay, now looks like we have a triple top in the last 90 days, and that was 28.39. Okay, you see that? The end of January hits it twice, and then again last Monday. Okay, let's look at the last 30 days because that's what's important to me. The last 30 days. Why is the last 30 days important? Well, because I only do, trades for 5 days. I get in on Monday and I like to be out on Friday. Right? So Monday, I like to see where it is. But the last 30 days is 4 weeks. So, what are the movements? Is there any distinguishable pattern? Okay, so this one almost looks like she makes a little dip here. Okay, shoots back up here and just basically goes sideways. Okay, and then dips down. What was that dip today? Is anybody? I'm going to ask a question and nobody's answering. Okay, now there's a dip today, and I forget what the reasoning was. Let me see. What was the answer that I got? All right, comparable sales for the quarter decreased 4.3%. Gross margin for the quarter expanded by 937 basis points. Now, I was reading this today. I read something and it brought tears to my eyes. It did. It was absolutely horrible. I don't know how they possibly managed to do it. Let me see. I'll read it to you guys and see if you find it as detrimental as I did. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Here was the bad news that I read today, and you guys, take a moment of silence to feel bad for Kohl's. Okay, the fourth quarter revenue for Kohl's was $5.7 billion. Okay, 5.7 billion. Okay, or more accurately, 5.71 billion. Okay, 5.71 billion for the fourth quarter. Okay, but they're down from 5.77. I mean, that is detrimental. I don't know how all those executives are going to be able to sleep. They went from 5.71 billion to from 5.77 billion. It's like, oh, really? Oh, how are they going to live? My goodness. That was the bad news. I mean, really, come on. 5.71 billion from 5.77 billion. So, I don't even. All right, never mind. Don't get me started. That's what the bad news was. That's what this was. Goes from 27 down to 25.30. 27, 25.30. Does that really mean anything? Well, you know what I think personally? I really don't care. Do you know why? I have no problem whatsoever carrying this into next week. Why next week? Well, before we do that, let's take a quick look at the seasonality. All right, because that's what we do. Take a look at the seasonality just to keep in rhythm with everything. Okay, basically, she's just going to go sideways. So this dip here, looks like it goes down the back and recovers. This came from the middle of March. So no matter what chart you look at, you're going to see this on every single chart. Why is that? Do you remember the pandemic in 2021? Everything dropped like 50%. That's going to skew or mess up every chart for the next 7 years. So until that phases out in 10 years, you're going to continue seeing that. All right. I keep getting all these people joining in. Cool beans. Look at all these people joining in. Woohoo. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so that's the seasonality. Now, let's go take a look at the numbers. Now, this is why I really don't care about this minor glitch for today. Okay. Number one is Kohl's. All right. They're doing good. I was reading some of the reports. If you guys ever get a chance, read some of the reports and when you see something like that happen. Apparently, they're doing good with their merger with Sephora. I have no idea what it is. Okay, so now the reason why I really don't care is we are here. Okay, we're on the 12th. Okay, I've already made a nice premium for this week. Okay, I forget what my premium was. Hold on a second. All right, so I sold the 26.5 for $2, $2.07, and I told the 26s for $2.33. Both of them are over 2%. I don't care, really. So look, oops, wrong chart. 1 second. There it is. Okay, so that's this week. All right, so I'm making over 2% this week. What's happening next week? They got the dividend. The dividend is another 2%. Okay, it's 50 cents. Okay, the chart is down to 25 bucks. Okay, so I made 2% this week. I'm going to make 2% just from the dividend next week. And when I sell the premium on Monday, what is that? Another 1 or 2%? I get no problem with that whatsoever. It is Kohl's. So I might even go a little lower. Okay, hold on a second. I might go a little lower on the premium on Monday. Okay, and maybe I'll sell the 15 and still collect 1% because I'll get 1% for the dividend. I mean, for the premium, grab 2% for the dividend, and hopefully be out by Friday. Okay, that's where I have to check. I don't know if you guys saw my video from today where I made my mistake in the math with JWN. What one is that? Nordstrom's. Okay, I admit my mistake. Okay, so tomorrow, next week, I'm gonna have to double. I'm gonna have to not double check, but triple check my math next week. And you know what? I haven't even showed the wife yet the video. I haven't even told her about the mistake yet. Yeah. Hope it doesn't diminish the gleam. Hope the gleam in her eyes towards me doesn't diminish. I could have been a poet. That was pretty good off the top of my head. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, Kohl's did drop. Okay. Okay. We were here yesterday at 27. Okay. We're at 27 yesterday. Today we're down to 25.36. Okay. Yeah, it did a drop. I already collected my premiums yesterday. I'm okay. All right. So at the end of the week, on the 15th, okay, if she's below the 26, I'm going to carry them into next week. If it's above the 26, well, so be it. Maybe I'll buy them again on Monday. I don't know. But I like that 2% premium on the 2% dividend next week at 50 cents. I mean, that's sweet. So get the now I got premiums last week. I got premiums this week. I have no problem whatsoever taking it in next week, premiums again, and then the dividend. That will be a nice return on Kohl's. But I like Kohl's. I do. Anyway, JEPI. I've never heard of JEPI. Let's take a look. What is it? JEPI. Not this week. Not this month. Not next month. So no to JEPI. Sorry. JNW. Or is that WJN? Is it JNW? WJN. JWN. All right, JWN it is. JWN. All right. Wait a second. JWN. What is that, David? What is that premium dividend? I get these things. I've been doing this long enough. Why do I keep getting mixed up? JWN. Kohl's. That was yesterday. All right, so JWN dividend was yesterday. I doubled down on JWN yesterday. I would really like to be out this week. And yes, I did make a mistake. Okay, so let's go check the charts, and then I'm going to show you my mistake that I made with JWN. All right, a year ago, Nordstrom's was 1727. The top of the year was 728. That was end of July. From there, look at the bottom, way down here in July. November, 90 days ago. Okay, nice. Check out the escalation. 90 days ago, from the end of November, all the way up to a couple of weeks ago. All right, that was nice run up. Last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago today, 1920. Nice run up to a double high at 21.91. Okay, a little bit down, and then she gaps down. Look at this gap down. All right. Now I got a sneaky suspicion that 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. I think this is going to keep going up, and I'd like it to go up or even stay where it is until Friday. Okay. But let's look at seasonality for a second. It's probably going to have that same anomaly in it for middle of March. Yep, there it is, the middle of March. All right, right here. It's right there. See? The middle of March anomaly. That's from 2021. You'll probably see that a lot in almost every chart for the next couple of weeks until we get past that, which is the beginning of April, when we get past that stupid thing. But yeah, but that happens when you have an anomaly like that, like in 08. When in 2008, when we had the market crash, that stayed on the chart for 10 years also. All right, so here we are with a little bit of a gap down, and gaps have a tendency to fill. It's not guaranteed, it's just a tendency. All right, so we're here, 3 days to the upside, great. Let's show you where my, I want to find a nice word for it. Okay, here are the numbers here. Now, those aren't the true numbers, okay? I'll show you where the true numbers are. Right there, okay? Those are the fills. Okay, last Monday, all right, I bought in at 1881. Oh, wait a minute. I actually did the math right here, so it's all written down. Okay, last Monday, I jumped in at 1881. I sold off those premiums, got 2.4%. Nice, cha-ching. All right. This Monday, yesterday, I jumped in at 1695, and I hit the wrong button, and I ended up getting 11-cent profit. 0.6. That's just a smidge over 0.5%. I fucked that one up good, didn't I? Anyway, is what it is. All right. And then I sold, today, I sold a few extras that I had sitting around. I got 2.5 off of those. And I collected the dividend. Well, I'm going to be collecting the dividend because the EX date was Monday. Today was the date of record, so I'll probably get the dividend in another week or so. But the dividend was 1.1%. So you add it all up together, I got a total of 2.6% for the 2-week period. Okay, that's as long as the stock stays above, what is it? All right, we gotta go back to the chart. 16.5. Okay, 16.5 is not even showing on the chart. That's how low it is. So as long as it's 16.5 or higher come Friday, I'll be back into cash on Monday. I'm okay with it. I did make 1.1% per week, 1.1% this week, 1.1% last week, even though I did screw up the numbers yesterday. It is what it is. I never claim to be perfect. Okay. I just claim to be semi-adequate. I hope you guys are okay with semi-adequate. All right. So that's my mistake on JWN. And I got to come clean on it. So anyway, that's JWN. All right. Now let's take a look at Para. P-A-R-A. PARA. They have the dividend coming up, don't they? The 14th, which is Thursday, and that's 5 cents. And it's I usually don't chase 5 cent nothing. I usually don't chase anything under 10 cents. That's my personal preference. But considering I'm chasing the premiums and not the dividends, I take the dividends as a consolation prize, backup plan. All right, look at PARA. Here we go. A year ago today, we opened up at 1955. The high for the year was back at the end of April at 24.12. Big drop. Was from, what was that? Dan Murray. Thank you. How's it going? All right, Dan. Cool beans. How old are these? How old are these? It's live, Dan. That's over on Facebook. Okay, so yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Facebook is here, TikTok is here, YouTube is here, and LinkedIn is over there. I got to get a couple more phones so I can jump on Twitter and what's another one? There's another one out there. Forget LinkedIn. Is LinkedIn any good for live? I don't know. Anyway, where was I? I get distracted easily. Have you noticed that? Okay, so the high was okay. Wait a second. January, March, April, May. May we're at 23.19, and she drops all the way from 23.19 to 16.40. That's like $7 and change on a $21 stock. That's 30% drop. Okay, fine, but that's not all. That's not all, folks. She keeps going, and she drops all the way down to the bottom of the year. Well, not the previous bottom. The previous 90-day. I got to say that because we had a new bottom. But the previous 90-day bottom was 1056 back in November. But had a nice run up to the, wait a second, what was that? 1055. The previous 90-day bottom was the beginning of November. Okay. The 90-day top is 1752, and that was the middle of December. Now from there we drop. You notice right here, remember I tell you about gaps have a tendency to fill? I'm going this way? No, I'm going this way. What is this? All right, right here. The end of January, we're at 1364. Okay, 1364. She gaps up all the way to 1560, pulls back a little bit. But see the gap right here? 3 days later, she fills it. Gaps have a tendency to fill. Guaranteed? No. Tendency? Yes. All right, but from that high right here on the 31st of January at 1568, she drops to the new 90-day bottom, which is 1016. Now, last 30 days, right here. Here we go. 30 days ago today. Okay, 30 days ago today. Here's the high right there. And that is 1361. Drops down. Last Monday, it looks like, was the bottom. Or is that Tuesday? I think that's Tuesday. But look at the run up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so last 5 days to the upside. Today she was a little bit of a pullback, but she did gap up this morning. Okay. She closed yesterday at 1161, opened up this morning at 1220 or 1219, but then pulled back and finally finished off at 1159. Now, what she normally do this time of year? All right, here's that 321. Look at that, the 321. You're going to see that on almost every chart. 321 could be low. Okay. Whoops. She drops to 321, but she kept on going. Anyway, that's what we're looking at. But basically, from here, where we are today, for the next 2 weeks, right, like that, just about sideways, and then around the 20th, she starts to drop. Now, that's historical performance. That doesn't mean it's going to do that this year. Okay? It's just that's what it's done on average for the last 10 years. That's what we call the seasonality chart. Now, I love when they came up with the seasonality chart. I'm just kind of curious, what are they going to come up with next that's going to really be a game changer? All right, so at this moment in time, the last trade was 11.59. We got a bid of 11.58 and an ask of 11.60. So the 11.50s are going for 27 cents. You could still jump in on this and still make over 2% for the rest of the week. And we're only into Tuesday. So tomorrow morning, I could buy it at 11.60, right? And sell the 12 strike price, well, at 11. That's just getting you 1%. I'd do the 11.50s. 27, that's 2%. Personally, that's me. All right, that being said, where am I with Para? Because I do know I do have Para, don't I? Not in this account. Not in that account. There it is right there. I knew I had it somewhere. Nah, all right, I'm into it at 11.10, and I sold the 11s for 33. I'm okay with that as long as she stays above whatever that price was. All right, let me go back to that other account. Here we go. All right, that being said, well, let's move on. Let's proceed. Now we're going to go over 3M just for the fun of it. And you guys can all say, yeah, should have held it, Jim, because I sold it last week. I took the I did the average of all the premiums I collected and the dividends I collected for 3M, and I took that little bit down to the just the 1%, just squeaked by, and I actually sold it at 92. Now I was into it at 94, I forget 94 something. Let's find out exactly. Yeah. Okay, I originally bought 3M. Oh wow, I gotta go back further than that, don't I? No, I do have to go back further. There we have it, right there. Okay, I originally got 3M in January. Okay, I bought some more in the first week of February, second week of February, third week of February, fourth week of February, first week of March. Okay, so I've had it for all that amount of time, and I finally got rid of it at 92. All right, I first sold the 97s, I sold the 96s, the 94s, 94s, 93, and then 92 finally. Finally got filled at 92. But all these profits over here, you add those all up together, and I still profited off of it. Okay, not as much as I would like to have, but everything else kind of evened out, and I still, in the long run, made money on it. So that's the way I look at it. Always do the numbers. Every profit I took in on 3M, along with the dividend, average it out for the amount of time I carried it, and I still made just barely over 1% on that one. Oh, we didn't take a look at the chart, did we, on 3M? Let's slide on. Let's move it on over. Won't you slide it on over? Move over, cool dog. The hot dog's moving in. All right. A year ago, 104.09. Okay, double top at was at 112, 110.85, and that was the end of July. Okay, the bottom for the year was at the end of October. Okay, the last 90 days, where is it? Right there we go. Okay, 90 days ago, we're at 92.05. The 90-day top was the beginning of January, and that was 110.66. Went sideways for a couple of weeks, and then she dropped like a rock from 108 all the way down to a bottom of 94. From 108 down to 94. Okay, right overnight. That hurts. I don't care who you are. And those, you don't see these things coming. Okay, gap ups and gap downs, you do not see those. Okay, we never know when they're going to pop up. Okay, you're on the dance floor, you're dancing to the music. You are going to get that eventually, whether it's to the upside or whether it's to the downside. Eventually, you will get one. That's why I like to carry anywhere between 4 and 6 positions at a time. Okay, so if one bites me in the butt, I'll have the other 4 or 5 to offset. Okay? I didn't own it at this time. So I got it in the beginning of February, which was here. Okay, so a month ago today, right here. 30 days ago today, we opened up at 93.12. This thing basically went sideways. Okay, and we do have that double bottom. Okay, we hit the bottom on February 20th at 90.52, and then again on the 4th at 90.48. Pretty close. Okay, but the last I got rid of it on last week. Okay. However, Monday she opens up at 93.99. What about a kick in the butt? Really? You know, I'm into it at 94. I let it go at 92. Then it opens up on Monday at 93, almost at 94. I was like, ouch, that hurt. But look what happened today. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys had 3M carried it forward, but I carried it for like five or 6 weeks. I forget, 5 or 6 weeks. But anyway, she gaps up this morning from 94 to 96. Okay, remember last week as slowly going down, and I was feeling it. I'm not going to deny it. I know I was into it 94, 94.81. I think it was my average cost. Okay, what was it again? Let's while we're here, let's take a look because it's right there. Yeah, I originally bought at 96.71. Okay, I doubled down, dollar cost average down 94.08, and then the next week I dollar average down a cost again to 93.78. Now I do limit how many times I dollar cost average down. DCA 3. That's it. Okay, well 2. Okay, so you have the original at 96.71. The first DCA was 94.08. And the second DCA was 93.79. That was my limit. Okay, and I was into it 94.81. Right. Anyway, it happens. Okay, I don't win them all, and I never professed that I did. But I didn't lose my 1%. I didn't. All right, I was happy about that. Okay, so that was 3M off the list. BA is next. See how quickly I can go through these without the the distractor. BA. Isn't that Boeing? It is. Holy shit. I've been doing this too long. BA. All right, BA. Oh, it's not this month. BA is not this month. I don't know who came up with that one. Wait a minute. Does Boeing even have dividends? Well, let's find out. Holy crap. Look at all this crap I have open. All right. Yahoo Finance. I got way too many windows opened up. We want to look at Boeing, BA. Okay, historical data. Now, you guys eventually, there's 114 of us here. Eventually, you guys are going to have to find a source for your data. I get all mine from Yahoo Finance. There's Google Finance, there's NASDAQ, there's CBOE. There's a lot of places where you can get your data from. But I get my data from, and there's no dividends. Who gives me this with no dividends? Really now? Come on, guys. We want to make sure, number one, has dividends. Get dividend investing. That's what we're talking about. Why would you give me Boeing if you knew it had no dividends? Okay, we have a couple of minor criteria. Have to have dividends and increasing dividends, okay, for a minimum of 20 years, okay, and weekly options. It's really not that difficult. Weekly options and increasing dividends. VLO is next on the list. VLO. VLO is not this month. It was the end of January, week number 5. Okay, so we're in week number 11, so we won't look at VLO again until, oh my God, really? She thinks that's funny. You know, the comments aren't on, so they can't say anything. You guys can't see her on camera. You know, she's right there. She refuses to get on camera, but she has no problem whatsoever coming in and teasing me. And she'd be in the other room doing, I'm not going to say. But anyway, so VLO is week number 5. We're in week number 11. So we're not going to look at VLO for another 6 weeks. I think that's 6 weeks, isn't it? Yeah, about 6 or 7 weeks. Okay, don't get me wrong. VLO is on the list, you know. Oops. $1.07. Nice. SOVN. SOVN. What is that? SOVN. Can't find that symbol. Okay, I don't know who gave me that one. ALB. Doc came up with this one. This one I remember. ALB. The 14th, which is not tomorrow, but Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday already? Holy cow. That's weird. Where's the month going? All right, ALB. Thursday, 40 cents. Let's take a look at the numbers. Johnny, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. All right, Bill, tell him what he's won. All right, ALB. Here we go. A year ago today, 222.01. A double top at 246.85. From there, look at the fall. 246 down to like 110, 115. Ouch! I don't know who bought it there, but look at that. That had to hurt. Okay. See, I don't do long term because that would hurt me. I have sleepless nights on that one. I would. Okay. And more than likely, I'd be sleeping on the couch if I did a move like that. All right. Anyway, last 90 days. Okay, 90 days ago today, 120. Oh, wow. And it was 220. Okay, never mind. All right, so 90 days, 120. The 90-day top is at 153.93, and that was the end of December. All right, last 30 days. 30 days. All right. 30 days ago today, 115.75. Okay. A little bit of dip, a little bit of up, a little bit of dip. Okay, pullback. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gap up 5, gap up 6, gap up 7, 8. 8 up days in a row, 3 gaps. 3. What happens to those 3 gaps? One day, one of them's gone. Second day, 2 of them's gone. Okay, this is what the market maker did to you. Okay, is that the what do you call it? The seller selling, or is that the market maker sucking your profits away? Because she was up at here. Now remember, we the people, we the investors, we decide where it goes. Okay, if we keep buying, it keeps going up. Who controls the number when it opens up in the morning? The market maker. Now, I keep doing this wrong. I'll get it eventually. Okay, we're up here. Okay, 142.88. The market maker says, hell no, he gaps down a little bit. Okay, now is this buying pressure? Or is that selling pressure? I don't know. But look at here. Overnight, from 132.60 down to 122. The market maker did that. Okay, all that profit got sucked away by the market maker. But then she kept on dropping. Why did it drop? Now, was that the market maker pushing it down? Was he doing it on purpose? I don't know. What was the news that caused it to go from here down to here in 2 days? Okay, what was that? The high was 143.34. 2 days later, it's at 106. That's almost $40. That's almost wasn't quite 20, a little over 25% in 2 days. 2 days. Okay, why? Needless to say, it doesn't really matter because look where we are now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to the upside. Okay, that's Albemarle. Okay, she closed at 123.93. Was it normally due? And let's see, are they going to have that March 21? Is the March 21 going to show its ugly face? All right, here we go. March 21 right there. A low point. You're going to see March 21, low point from the next 10 years, 6 years. Because, well, no, the next 7 years. Because if I'm looking at 10 years worth of data, right? 2021 is not going to disappear until 2031. After all, owning nothing and being happy. After the New World Order comes in and takes over, and you will own nothing and you will be happy. Yeah, right. I can see that working well. All right. Anyway, I am kind of curious to see how it works out, because I'm in what do you call it? I'm in the age group, Generation X. We've seen a lot of weird shit. We've seen the invention of the computer. We've seen the invention of the internet. We've seen the vinyl record go the way of the dodo. We've seen the CDs. We've seen DVDs. We've seen a lot of shit. We've seen. Now let's see the dollar, which was reigned supreme for since the 1930s, 1940s. Now it's going to disappear, and something else is going to take over. Ooh, it's kind of interesting. I'm going into it with an open mind. I think it sucks what they're doing to us. I wish we had some more of a choice, but is what it is. All right, let's get away from that crap. Okay, so 123.93 is where she's at today. Now, 123.93 was the last trade. Bid 123.09. Ask 124.10. So the 124s are going for 232 for this week. That's only 3 days. Okay, that's still over 1%. 1.7. Let's find out exactly. All right, clear that out of the way. All right, now remember, we're going to do the 124s, so we're losing 10 cents right off the top because we're buying it. I'm buying it at 110. Right. 124.10. Okay. The bid is 123.09. The ask is 124.10. So if I'm going to buy it first thing in the morning, I'm buying it at 124.10. That's the number that's right here. 124.10. That's what I can buy it for. Okay. I'm going to get this right eventually. The 124 strike price. This is what I can sell the strike of the option call, covered call, to someone else. The 124, $2.32 per share. So let's do the math and see what my return for the week would be. Remember, I want to buy it for $1, sell it for $1, and pick the premium. Okay? In this instance, I'm going to buy it for $124.10, sell it for $124, and collect the premium. What is the premium? Okay, and that is 232, 2.32, and I'm going to divide that by the purchase price. I'm deducting the 10 cents right off the top because I already did that. And the purchase price is 124. So my profit would be a whopping 1.87. I know it does not sound like a lot, but here's the thing. If I can do that 1.87 every week for 52 weeks, that's a whole year. That would give me a grand total of 97% return. That's almost doubling my money in 1 year. Fuck yeah. I have a lot of energy today. I don't know why.
You slept all day.
And the wife said I slept all day. You know what? Just for the fun of it, because she's here. And I know you guys like to comment when she's around, so I'm going to throw the comments back on for a little bit because she likes to hear what you guys have to say. So what do you have to say to the wife? She's over here teasing me, and she's in the kitchen doing weird stuff. Believe it or not, I'm in the she's in the kitchen doing weird stuff to make me laugh. All right, I'm here in the living room. You'd see my living room. I got the coffee table here. I'm sitting on my nice comfy couch. TV here. I got a TV there. Got 4 phones here and a computer here. Ural, women are always right. That was Yuri. Spanicki. What is it? Ricky Spanicki?
Mickey Spanicki.
No, it's Ricky. We watched this movie, Mickey Spanicki.
Yeah.
Okay, Ricky Spanicki yesterday. Mickey Spanicki. It was funny as hell. Tell him to stop muting us. Oh, yeah. Chicken wings. Can James stay up late tonight with us, Mrs. G? All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, the only reason I'm muting you guys because if this thing keeps ticking, it's Ricky. Yeah. Ricky Stanicki. Ricky Stanicki. That's what it was. No, it was Ricky. All right. Anyway, yeah, it was a funny ass movie. Yeah, Doc says, can he stay up late with us? All right. So ALB, we just looked at it. Those are the numbers for ALB. Now, don't get me wrong. I think I do have ALB in one of my accounts. I don't have it in this one. I have it in this account here. Where am I in this one? Hold on a second. I'm at 123.30 and I sold the 120s for $5 a share. Yeah. Can we check more MORT and SPLG? You know, Tony, I've never even heard of any of those. So I'm going to probably tell you right now, they're probably going to be a no, but I will take a look at them anyway. Hold on. MORT, SPLG, DHY, DHY. Now those three you just blurted out, most likely going to be a no. Instead of average down, if you made big premiums on the initial call, so can you buy back the call real cheap? Yeah, I can, Secretariat, but that's not part of the plan. The part of the plan is buy stock, be back into cash next week. Okay, NUE. Albert, we did NUE last night. You weren't here last night, Albert. I know that. NUE. We'll take a look at it again. Yeah, ideally, I like to be in on Monday and out on Friday. Okay, ideally, I don't. There's lots of ways to profit more, but my intention, my personal intention, is spend less than 10 minutes a day sitting in front of the computer. Okay, make that safe, secure, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. Because I'm at that point in my life where money is no longer a driving factor. All right, and I really hope that some of you guys actually get there. MDLZ. We looked at MDLZ and it's not that good, but we'll take a look at it again. MDLZ. Okay, so I really do hope you guys get to that point where money is no longer a driving factor. It's kind of like a fun game, trying to give you some from week 13. Yeah, we're actually in week 13. So how many times did I say that? That money, it's nice when you get to the point where money's not a driving factor. It is. It's nice. So I hope you guys get there. All right. That's Able Model. PM. All right. This is the wrong account. Okay. PM. PM. What is PM? Philip Morris. All right. Could you check out VINC? Yuri, I can pretty tell you much. That's a no, but I will take a look at it. VINC. Now, Yuri, you're new here. The reason I know that because I'm really good with names. All right. Now, I can basically tell when anyone gives me a stock symbol whether or not it's on my list. And the reason why I've been doing this so long, yes, I know I'm not a troll though. I appreciate that. You know, it's always nice when a troll says I'm not a troll, or if you're not a troll, you say you're not. Anyway, besides the point. Now, the only reason I know you're new here because I'm good with names, and I can tell VINC is not on my list. But there's always that slight chance that it could be added to my list. Okay, my list is 20 years or more of increased dividends and have weekly options. And I've been doing this long enough to know right off the top of my head that's not on the list. But I will take a look because I think I personally have added 2 stocks to my list this year. And we're in week 11. So this could be a possibility. Next on the list, PM, Philip Morris. And Philip Morris is on the 20th. Understood. I'm just learning the game. Not a problem. NTR. NTR. Now, you guys are wondering, why do I pause the comments? Because, see, I'm writing stuff down without actually going through anything. Hey, man, if I wanted to really get better with option trading and for someone just getting started out, none. That's an interesting name. Do you suggest any books? VINC. VINC don't pay dividends. All right, so Yuri, there's your answer. VINC doesn't pay dividends. So I'm crossing it off the list. Who did that? fascinating football videos. Yep, I remember you've been here for a while. Thank you very much. One less thing I need to do. We can stay on track. Your thoughts on tech? I believe tech is on the list. It's either tech or deck, one or the other. TECK. Jeppy. We did Jeppy last night. Doesn't have any dividends, so that's no. Sorry, my boy Jewel. You've been here before. I remember that one. Okay, my boy's Jewel. Oh, my boy's Jewel. Okay, yeah, Jeppy doesn't have dividends. So if you guys could, oh, holy cow, there's less than 100. You guys got to share the love. That way we can get more than 100 in here. All right, now the reason I share DHY. See, I like the way you put that with a question mark. DHY. All right, now Philip Morris. Let's take a quick look at it. Now the reason why. What do you think about GM? I love GM. Show me the money. GM. This is why I blocked the comments so I can actually get stuff done. Bo, can you give an example of two where you stay in the position longer than a week? Ugh. Tech is a monthly. Tech. Off the list. Thanks for that. Hey, Go Sox. Did you see the video I did today, Go Sox? Hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait. I'm going to turn the comments off in a second. There was an explosion in the cheese factory. Debris was, oh my God. Why do I keep falling for that crap? I asked yesterday, I'm sorry, covered call expires, worthless. Do you lose the premium? No. The premium is yours to keep. All right, I'm closing the comments after this one. All right. Let's actually get down to looking at some stocks. Good looking for Go Sox. Yeah. All right. UAN. United UAN. All right. The reason why I turn the comments off because I get sidetracked. I have what they call adult ADD. I really bad shiny object syndrome. Yeah, so I try to ignore them. So the only way to ignore them is to shut them off. This way, because when I turn them on, look at this, you guys flooded me with a whole bunch. All right, so we'll take a look at them one at a time, and then I'll turn them back on again. PM, we're on Philip Morris, $1.30. Woohoo! Yeah, all right, $1.30 for Philip Morris. $95. Then I'm going to say no to Philip Morris real quick. Okay. $95 purchase price. 35 cents. No to Philip Morris. Sorry, premiums don't work. Okay, so there's a couple things I look for. One, very first thing is the calendar. Okay, I put it into the calendar. When do they pay their dividends? Okay, great, not a problem. Two, what is the premium look like? Is the premium 1% or more than the current purchase price? The current purchase price, $95.07. The premium that goes along with that, 35 cents. Doesn't work. So don't even bother with that one. Okay, PLTR. Is that Pulte Group? PLTR. Oh, Palatair Technic. Okay, no dividends this month. No dividends last month. No dividends at all. No to that one. Nike. I know Nike's on the list because I do buy Nike. NKE. Okay. Not in January. February. Actually, it's the beginning of March. Okay. Not this week. MOT. MORT. MORT. That's an ETF. That's a no. SPLG. Isn't that an ETF also? SPLG. S&P 500. No. DHY. DHY. See how quickly I go over these without any DHY. Let me try that again. DHY. Credit Suisse high yield bond. Didn't Credit Suisse go bankrupt? Anyone? Okay. Not in January, not in February, not in March. No. Here it is, NUE. NUE for the latecomer. I knew he'd come in here somehow. And it's the 27th, right there. The 27th, which is not next week, but the week after. And it is a 54 cents. N-U-E. Okay, 186, the 185s going for, okay, it's going to be a no. Okay, 186. The closest one is 187 at 72 cents. One strike in would be 185. That's 147. It's a no. Sorry, the numbers just don't work. MDLZ. MDLZ. The 27th also, right there. That's 42 cents. MDLZ. 71 to 72. That's going to be another no. Okay. 71, 76. The 71s are going for 90 cents. I'm losing 76 cents right off the top. Okay, once you take 76 cents off of the 92, you're down to 14 cents. Really? Come on. No. And then the 72s go for 30 cents. No, that number doesn't work either. Wow. NTR. These are dropping like flies. NTR. NTR on the 27th, 54 cents. NTR. 53. That's going to be another no. Okay. 53.24. The 53s going for 50 cents. Okay. If I buy it at 53.24 and I sell it at 53, I'm losing 24 cents right off the top. You take 24 cents off of 50 cents and you're left at 26 cents. And it's a 53. That's not even a half a percent. No. All right. DHY. Wow, these are dropping fast, you guys. DHY. No options. Credit Suisse high yield bond. Really? Come on. Credit Suisse went bankrupt. All right. GM. Ooh, one of my favorites. 39. 39.30. Okay, the 39.50. Now, I would do I'll do GM only because it's. Ooh, what's happening there? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Video live will end in 30 seconds if I don't prove I'm human. What the hell does that mean? Now, GM is one of my fallback stocks. Reason being is they've been in business for over 100 years, very liquid. But even though the numbers aren't working here, yeah, I wouldn't do it. Not this week anyway, because the numbers just don't work. Okay, 39.30. 39s are going for 54. I'm losing 30 cents right off the top. Okay, 39s. 54 cents, you take the 30 cents off of there, then you're getting what, 24 cents on a $39 stock? What is that, 60.6? Okay, a little over half, which is like 0.6, 0.65, something like that. All right, then no to GM. UAN. UAN. Ugh, a monthly. That's a no. All right, let's put the questions open back up for some more questions. Hope you guys have some more questions. Now, Wednesday, today's Tuesday, okay? We should have some decent premiums on something coming up this week, okay? Or if not, we can always go into next week. Oh, 14 levies, 109 people here. All right, did you have a look for none, N-O-N-E? Is that even a stock, N-O-N-E? N-O-N-E. Can't find that symbol. Okay, show some of that do work. Oh, yeah, well, you guys are giving me all crap. NYCB. Oh, someone was going to. NYCB. New York Community Bank. Doesn't have a dividend, this one. Doesn't have a dividend at all. Whoops. Yeah, All right, the 13th of February. That doesn't work. Let's say you have carried a stock for 3 weeks and it's way below your average price. Wouldn't it be... Can you explain the difference between selling a call versus close? I have no idea what that means, Rick. Sony. Is Sony a stock symbol? S-O-N-Y. It is. It's... doesn't have a dividend, dude. No, Sony doesn't have a dividend. How do you start for beginner? Oh, Pam! Greetings. Go Sox. Better sell a covered call on it for around average price like 3 weeks, always instead of weekly. I'm not following you, Craig. Okay, let's take a look at 3M, because I did have 3M. You guys saw that. But you know what? Let's take a look at one I actually bought. Comcast. How's that? CMCSA. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. CMCSA. 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 Oops. Try one. The third. 3 times the charm. CMCSA. Okay. Pam, hello. How you doing? Marvel. MRVL. MRVL. All right. So Pam, you're new here. Okay. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the show. Just hang around, chill. LA Sanders. Hey, good man. You. Cool beans. All right. Pam, you're new. Sit, chill, watch what happens. See if it makes sense. Okay. This trading strategy was created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. Okay. The 5 criteria it had to have. Number 1, it had to be simple. Number 2, had to be safe. No way she could possibly lose any money. The income had to be predictable and the income had to be consistent. So in order to do that, only look at stocks that have 20 years or more of increased dividends. Who are they? The dividend kings. 50 years or more of increased dividends. Okay, 50 years or more of increased dividends. The dividend aristocrats. 25 years or more of increased dividends. Okay, the dividend champion, or is it challenge? Dividend champions. 25 years of increased dividends. Those 3 lists right there. You can go CIRO. Okay, hold on a second there, Ryan. CIRO. Let me get back to my example. Okay, so the dividend kings, 50 years or more. Okay, there's 55 companies that have increased their dividends for 50 years or more. Thanks for that, Miss Jacqueline. Pleasant to see you again. Dividend aristocrats, 25 years of increased dividends consistently. 25 years. Okay, there's 57 of them. The dividend champions, 25 years of increased dividends. Okay, there's 157 of those. IBM is on that list. All right, my price for KSS was $28.79, but if I sell the 28.50s for Friday, 22 cents, and I get 1 cent, should I get out further? Ooh, that's a good question. Kelsey Wheeler, thanks for following. 28.70. All right, let's open it up again. Go Sox. Did you see the 2 videos? Okay, everyone, this is the one. This is the guy who showed me that I made an error. Okay, and I came out here live and told about my error. I admitted it, and I did 2 videos to explain the math in which I did my error. So let's go quickly take a look at it again. KSS. I'm going to leave this paused here so I can take a look at his situation. Okay, KSS. Okay, now we all know that Kohl's has its dividend next Tuesday. Wait a second, that's what he's talking about? All right, Kohl's. Okay, KSS, Kohl's, right? Now, Kohl's has its dividend on Tuesday. Okay, we are here on the 12th. Okay, so whatever you got for Kohl's this week, right, is one thing. And if you don't get called out on Friday, you carry it into next week. And next week they have the dividend. What is the dividend for next week? 50 cents, which is 2%. Okay, so let's run through the numbers real quick. A year ago, 23.56. Okay, we had a double top. It's 29.70 area. Once in August, again in late December. Okay, we got like a triple bottom, like not exactly. 17, what was that? 1780 back at the end of May. Again in the beginning of October and the end of October. Okay. Now look at the run up from the end of October. Okay, it was in the middle of October, 1768 to the end of the year, 29. That's 12 bucks. 12 bucks on a $17 stock. That's more than double. Okay, and it doubled in the last 90 days. Okay, the low of 1713. Okay, October 13th, it was at 1773. Okay, 1773, and it jumped up to 29. Okay, that's a $12 increase, which is over 80%. All right, so it's a 80% increase from here to there. 80% increase. Nice, like that. Okay, so last 30 days. 30 days ago, today, we opened up at 26.73. Okay, dipped down here to the 25 area. Exactly, the 30-day bottom is at 25.12. Okay, 25.12 was the 30-day bottom. Okay, went up nicely to the 30-day top way up here, a little bit down. We went sideways for the last 2 or 3 days, and we gapped down this morning. Why did we gap down this morning? Okay, and is that going to affect your pricing? Well, you're into it at 28.79, which is, holy shit, way up there. When did you buy this thing? Okay, 28.79, but if I sell the 28.50s for Friday, 22, and I get 1 cent, should I get out on farther? Okay, you're way up here. You're way up here. At this moment in time, the stock's way down here. Okay? Personally, this is just what I would be doing. I'm not telling you to do this. Okay? You're at 28. The 28.50s, holy cow. The 28.50s are going for 1 cent. I wouldn't sell those. It's not worth it. Okay? I usually go 4 strikes out of the money and keep my eye on it. Okay, 4 strikes out of the money would be the 27s. That's 13 cents a share. That's me personally. That's what I would do. 4 strikes out and keep my eye on it. All right? Because do you really think it's going to hit 27? Where's 27? Way up here. Okay? We're down here now. 27 is way up here. Could it recover that in the next 3 days? Yeah, it could. Is it going to? I don't know. But that's me personally, because I look at it every single day, and I look at how much does the stock usually move on a day. So let's see how much it moves on an average day. This day here, the high was 28.78. The low was 27.09. That move was 69 cents. That's not huge. This day here, 27.89, 27.27. That's 62 cents. That one's less. This one right here is a big day. 28.74, 27.59. That's a buck and a quarter. Okay, so we're down here at 25. 27 is $2 away. Do you really think it's going to move $2 in 3 days? I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But you could go at the 28.50s and catch the 1%, the 1 cent. Or $28.50. It could be 7 cents for 2 weeks out, or 3 weeks out, 13 cents. So you have a lot. Interesting. You have a lot of options with options. Okay, so you have to decide what you want to do. How long do you want to carry it? Because rule number 1, never buy something you're not willing to hold on to for a long period of time. Rule number 2, never sell for a loss. Always do the numbers. Now, where are we? Thank you. You got it, Pam. Where was I? IBM. IBM is on the list. All right. Where the heck am I? Thank you for sharing the link there, Miss Jacqueline. All right. Where? Oh, I missed all these questions. I saw the video. That's why I said, good looking out. Go so. Yeah. I made a mistake. That happens. Impressed upon your books. Thank you. I edited them all. Okay. Your groupies need to read them. Yeah. What's the minimum money to get started with? Okay. iShare. There is no such thing as a minimum. Okay. They have what's called. Yeah, sorry, my eyes itchy. There is no minimum. They have what's called fractional shares. You can, and believe it or not, you can start investing with 50 cents if you wanted to. I mean, really. Okay. But it's not the amount you start with, it's the consistency and the, lack of better words, stick to it ability. You like that one? Stick to it ability. Okay. All right. Stretch a little bit. Oh, all right. You just got to start, stay consistent with your investing, and just keep doing it. All right. Eventually, okay, the 1% a week, even if you start out with, $100, $500, $1,000, whatever you start out with, 1% compounds, 1% per week compounds. You double your money in what, 18 months, 16 months, 16, 18 months, something like that. If you can double your money every 16 months, but you consistently keep adding to it, here's something you might want to look at. Where the heck is it? I got so much crap going here. Weekly compound interest calculator. Okay, this right here. Okay, this will give you an idea. You can, in the first one right here, initial deposit, what you want to start out with, and then a periodic deposit. What does periodic mean? Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. Okay, now I used to invest every week, $50 a week. Not a lot. And then I'd average 1% per week. If you put the 1% per week here, okay, deposit frequency, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Deposit when you did the first of them. That one doesn't really mean anything. We thought it would, but didn't. And then you do your time frame. Okay? And you compute your savings either yearly or monthly, what it looked like in 6 months, what it look like in a year, and then you figure it out. So let's give hypothetically, you start out with $100, okay? Start out with $1,000, deposit $100 a week, all right? The end of 1 year at 1%, and we compute for 1 year, okay? That $1,000 at $100 a week, that comes to $8,400 at the end of the 1 year. Okay, your deposit is only $6,200. That's all you invested. But look at what you got left. $2,254 is interest. Okay, you got $6,200 in cash put in, but you made $2,254 in interest alone. That's the power of compound interest. This is a weekly compound interest calculator that I had to create myself because nobody had one. Okay, I wanted to figure out how much money do I need in order to get a certain amount. Okay, so if I start out with $1,000 and I put it $100 a week, all right, what if I put 110? Okay, even changing it to $110 a week after 1 year, the difference between that $10 makes a difference of $2,000. It's huge. The numbers go crazy, and that's only after 1 year. Let's say you do it for 10 years. Start out with $1,000, put $110 in a week. Okay, let's do it a month. All right, $100 a month, $110 a month. Okay, start out with $1,000, $110 a month. 10 years, you're gonna end up with, what is that? $625,000 in 10 years. Your investment is 15 grand. Okay, Your ending balance, 652,503. The amount invested, 15,300. The interest alone is 637,000. The numbers get fucking freaky when you're doing compounding weekly, especially at 1% per week. Okay, if you take a look at, let's go back to here. Okay, if you take a look at my average for the year so far, okay, look at the average for the year so far. 2.2% first week, 1.3 second week, 0.85. I didn't make my 1% that week. All right, 0.9 didn't make my 1% that week. Okay, 1.03, 1.06, 1.9, 2.03, 2.32, 4.63. Okay, that was last week, 4.63 last week. Take the numbers are just freaking crazy lately. I don't know why. It's crazy. But number one, never buy something you don't want to hold a long time. Okay. Number two, never sell at a loss. Number three, always check your numbers. All right. Impress upon your books. Thank you. Hey, I've written 13 books. I saw the video. That's why I said good for you. Yep, I got that one. Soundwave. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Invite guest. So I'm going through the questions one at a time. How much money do you get started? Okay. I share. It doesn't matter how much you start out with. Consistency and stick to it ability. Okay. You're not going to get rich overnight. Okay. That's one thing you have to understand. You are not going to get rich overnight. This is not a get rich quick anything. This is slow, steady. It's safe, secure, predictable, and consistent. That's all it is. Safe, secure, predictable, and consistent. All right. Start out with something. Doesn't matter. And find one of those. If you don't have a bunch to start out with, fine, great. Start out with one of those mobile apps that don't charge a commission. And if you can't buy 100 shares, fine. Buy 5 shares. Buy 10 shares. Okay. Collect the dividend. Move on to the next company. Okay. Collect the dividend. Move on to the next company. Now, I do have an app that you can download to your phone that will be able to put your stocks into a monthly calendar. So you can look at, oh, today's this one. These are what stocks are available. All right, next week, these are stocks are available. Okay, I have that. I got to find it. I don't know where it is. All right, that's how much you need to get started. All right. All right, DL Lautenbach, down $3 the last 2 days. I have no idea what you're talking about because these questions go by so fast. I have no idea. I'm just trying to interact with the questions, so I don't know. I'm not that I'm ignoring you or disregarding what you're saying. I just don't know what down $3 in the last 2 days means in this particular moment. I got in last Monday the 4th. Go Sox. I don't know which one we're talking about. Oh, you got last Monday the 4th. We're talking about Kohl's. Oh, you bought it up at the high, dude. Okay, because she opened up at 28.08, and she went up. Then she dropped. Okay, I see it. Okay, so you're going to have to do the numbers on that one. IBAM. Never heard of that one, Michael. IBAM. IBAM. All right. Let's keep going with the questions. He made a good premium when selling his initial calls. Oh, yeah. Initially. Now, when I buy something, yeah, I do it instantaneously. I buy and sell at the exact same time. That's when you're going to get the absolute highest premium. When you buy and then you immediately sell. If you buy and hold on to it for a little while, yeah, she's going to drop. Okay, my idea is to get in first thing in the morning and sell first thing in the morning. That's when you get the highest return on your value. Okay, press upon your books. Yep. Okay, good set. All right. Signing off, approaching colossal life change. I wish you well. I'll be saying my life. Cool beans. IBM, no symbol. Yeah, I got that one. Well, I did try to call. DM me with the number, and I'll give you a buzz. All right. All that being said, all right, Go Sox. I don't know what to tell you about that one. If you don't have any money to dollar cost average down, let's see what happens tomorrow, and then maybe think about selling next week's. Next week's. Yeah, 28.50 is 7 cents. Just joined. Can you give me a brief summary about What's happening? All right, Fizza, you're new here. Okay, Fizza, I buy dividend stocks and sell covered calls against them to get a safe, secure, predictable one. No, I don't have your number, so you have to DM me. Okay, every time I call the one I have, you never answer. All right, do you usually airdrop meme coins for viewers? No, I don't do coins at all. No coins, dividends, dividends, dividends. I don't think there's any coin out there that gives a dividend. Mike, you're into KSS at 2770. Okay, that's a nice number. Now, Mike, there's an opportunity, the 2770s, if you did the 27s. Oh, let's go back here. 2770s, you'd probably most likely have done the 2750s. Okay, you could buy them back at 17 and then turn around. So I don't know. I don't like to do that. I just like to let it play out. Okay, I buy it on Monday, sell it, and then just wait for it to expire worthless on Friday. Because I don't like to, keep second guessing myself. Monday, I'm in. I make my best premiums on Monday. If the stock goes up, it does. If the stock goes down, it goes down. Okay, and then on Friday, I'll see what happens and I'll crunch the numbers then. Okay, because I have my humble opinion, I have better things to do than to sit in front of my computer, like watch the grass grow. Actually, funny thing is, I planted 4 apple seedlings. I cut open an apple and those seedlings, they sprouted. I threw them in the dirt and they started growing. So I got these 4, and I'm enjoying watching them grow. From a seedling, they're about this tall now. So I would prefer to do that rather than sit in front of the computer. Fizza, I am. Really? Yep, really. No answer. Is Lucid done for? Enjoy. All right, well, Miss Jacqueline, DM me number. I'll give you a buzz. Okay, Lucid done for. Well, what is Lucid's ticker symbol? LUCID. Strategy. Oh, thank you, Al. Stocks under $300, 20 years increased dividends. Sure. Okay. Weekly, 20 years increased dividends. Weekly options. Lucid is an EV company. Yeah, more than likely they're not going to have 20 years of dividends. 20 years of increased dividends. So you buy and sell same day, same time, and still get paid the stock dividend. No. Okay, hold on, Frizzo. All right. We got 3 components. Okay, 3 components to this. You ready? The dividend is one component. We use that to tell us when to get in, and we use that. Oh, check this out. I got some really cool sparklies over here. I don't know who they did that. I have no clue. Anyway, yeah, I have ADD. I admit it. All right. 3 components. Very first thing we look at. The calendar. Okay. Component number 1 is the dividend. Okay. Each and every company that I look at has to have a dividend that increases every single year for 20 years. Step number 1. I put it into the calendar. I find out when do they pay their dividend because I buy the stock before the EX date. Okay, that's this one right here. Okay, item number 2 is the stock itself. Dividends number 1, stocks number 2. Okay, item number 3 is the call option. Okay, 3 items: dividend, stock, option. Okay. Dividend, we use the calendar to find out when they pay their dividend. The stock, okay, right up here, that's the last traded price. This is the ask, this is the bid, is what I could sell it for. This is the ask, what I can buy it for. That is the stock. Okay, then we click on the option chain. Okay, this one trades in 50-cent increments. Okay, so the stock, the strike prices are 24, 24.50, 25, 25.50, 26, 26.50, 27, 27.50, so on and so forth. All right, so if excuse me, if I buy it, the stock, at 25.58, okay, I'm buying the stock at 25.58. I sell the covered call or the call option at $25.50 for someone to buy the stock from me. Okay, someone to buy the stock from me. Okay, if I buy it on Monday, right, I sell someone the right to buy it from me between Monday and Friday. What I'm hoping for is that the stock stays above $25.50 come Friday afternoon. Okay, I buy it on Monday, $25.54. I sell the $25.50 option strike, and I get a premium. What is the premium? Hold on. Okay, 25. I buy it at $25.58. I sell the strike price $25.50. Someone buys it from me, and I collect 54 cents. I know 54 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but hold on a second. We're going to take the 54 cents and we're going to divide it by the purchase price, $25.58. Remember, I'm buying the stock, $25.58. I'm selling the $25.50 option for 54 cents. Now, what is my rate of return? Okay, I take that 54 cents that I collect for selling the covered call, the option, okay, and I divide it by the purchase price that I paid for the stock, $25.58. 25.58. And that gives me a grand total of 2.1% for the week. So if the stock stays above $25.50 on Friday afternoon at 4 p.m., I will be back into all cash on Monday. If the stock at 4 p.m. on Friday is $25.49, then I will decide, what do I want to do? Do I want to carry it into next week, or do I want to take that little 1 to 2 cent loss and just sell it? A lot of different answers come on Friday afternoon. We don't know what John Kennedy once said, we don't know the answers of tomorrow with the knowledge we possess today. Okay, we don't know what's going to happen Friday afternoon at 3:30, 4 o'clock. We don't. That's why we have a live trading class every morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, most of the trading, no questions and answers on Monday. Sorry. Mostly Monday is buying stocks. I go through the list. Now I have 150 stocks on my list. I go through the list for the week. We actually looked at week number 13 today, yesterday. We all bought whatever we all bought. I don't tell people what to buy. I just go through the numbers. Okay, people listening, they do whatever they want. Okay, I don't tell anyone what to do. I just show you what I do. Okay, now that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, between 9:15 and 10 o'clock. Okay, Monday's usually trading. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is usually questions and answers. Okay, you can ask me anything. I walk you through anything. Friday, we jump in at 3:30. That gives us a half hour for each and every one of us to go through all our trades and check the numbers and ask me questions. Okay, this, what do we do? This, what do we do? Okay, now, where was I? Oh, so anyway, 3 items: dividend, stock, option. Okay, we look at the dividend, find out when we're buying. Okay, so it's not should we buy. Everything on my list is a definite yes. But is it now? Okay, because there's 66 trading days in a quarter. I look at between 5 and 20 stocks every week, and I usually only buy 2 to 3 a week. Okay, so looking at 20 different stocks. Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Here we go. There you go. That's the month of March. See? What do we got? 2, 3, 6, 8. 8 to 7, 8, 10, 4, 6, 4. Okay? That's just one list. Okay? Then I have the Dividend Kings list, the Dividend Aristocrats list, Warren Buffett's list. I have every single one of these, I have no problem buying. The only issue I have with buying them is I only have a certain amount of money. Okay? That's number one. Number two, it's all about the numbers. I will open up a stock, like let's take a look at AIG. real quick. Okay, AIG, really quick. The last price was $76.89. That's what I could buy it for. So I'd be looking at the 77. And the 77 is only paying 15 cents. It's not worth me to buy. Then I go on to the next one. What's the next one? Well, the next one would be ALB. Okay, quickly put ALB right here. ALB. 124.10. The 124 is going to be up 232. I would do that one because the numbers work. Okay, first thing is the calendar. Okay, when does it pay its dividend? Because I want to make sure, absolute worst case scenario, that if I can't get my numbers and I have to hold on to stock, at least the dividend is increasing every single year. Okay, at least the dividend is increasing every single year. Dividend kings, 50 years or more. Dividend aristocrats, 25 years or more. Dividend champions, 25 years or more. That's over 200 stocks, just those three lists. Okay, so the lists are good. And then every year, I look at every single stock on my list to make sure they still fit the parameters. If they don't, they get tossed. And every once in a while, I only added 2 stocks this year. I don't remember what they are, but I pretty think it was either, I think Gene Owls is the one who got it for me. But he's here in the audience somewhere. But yeah, good quality stock, increasing dividends. Okay, buy the stock at a certain time. Sell somebody the right to buy it from you. So if I'm buying it for $100 and I'm selling it for $100, what am I collecting? I'm collecting the premium. Okay, I really don't care about the price. Really don't. Okay, I don't want to buy it at the high. Okay, oh, hold on a second. We'll go back a second. Okay. See, the high for the year, very first thing I look at when I look at a chart, what was the high of the year? 29.68. It hasn't gone over 29.68 all year. So why would I buy it at 27? I mean, sorry, 29.68. Why would I buy it at 30? Or why would I buy it at 31? It's never been there before. First thing I want to see, what was the high of the year? Then I want to see what is the bottom of the year. Okay, if the bottom of the year is 17, what was it? 1773, and it hit it like 3 times. Why would I take a look at it if it's at 1773? Okay, it means it's never been any lower. Okay, so we, the buyers and sellers, we decide what's too cheap or what's too expensive. The market maker, all he does, he's like the grocery store owner. He buys a gallon of milk for $3 and he sells it for $4. Okay, we just go into the grocery store and we buy the milk for $4. He's making the difference between what he buys it for and what he sells it for. He's the market maker. He decides what he's going to buy it for and what he's going to, well, he has no choice what he buys. Well, he kind of has a choice, but not much. Okay? He decides what he's going to buy it for and what he's going to sell it for. That's the market maker. He's the only one we can buy and sell to because that's his job. He buys and sells. Okay? Now, to be a market maker, it's quite a chore and it costs a lot. Anyway, so hopefully that answers a lot of questions. We only buy stocks that have these nice, the numbers have to work. Everything's going to work together. Okay, Tessie. All right, Thinkorswim, Fizzy. I haven't seen any of these questions. Oh, Devo. All right, I missed a lot of these questions. Sorry, DIVO. Okay. All right, Fizza. I'm learning a lot and taking notes, but my friend is about to be here. I'll be back for sure. All right, Fizza, I'm here every night, 9 p.m., at least for the first quarter. Okay, DIVO, we got a yes on that one. Well, let's take a gander at it then. Hope I didn't bore you guys with all that explanation. Eastern Standard Time. DIVO. DIVO, not this month. Eastern Standard Time. It's a common stock to split. What's the plan for Q2? Oh, that's an interesting question. Do you post your list of the 200 stocks you like somewhere? What were your stocks Monday? Sorry, missed that one. Hey, Steve Aggie. Steve Aggie, you're new here. I can tell. I've never seen that name before. Arcula. DIVO is a no. It's not having. It doesn't have a dividend this month. Doesn't have one in February. Doesn't have one at all. Okay. Tra-la-la. Okay. Whoops. Back one. Yes, it does. All right, who said that one? Okay, well, let's take a look at DIVO. Okay, going into Yahoo Finance. Oh, it's an ETF. Okay, I don't do ETFs. ETFs have holdings. Okay. Okay, do you see this right here? This is the stock list inside the ETF. Microsoft, Home Depot, Visa, Walmart, Procter & Gamble, United Health, McDonald's, Chevron, Goldman Sachs, etc., etc. So why would I buy an ETF? Not a single ETF has ever paid over 30%. Not that I know of, at least. Okay? ETFs. I went and I looked at ETFs and I sucked out all the dividends. Yeah, I get that. Why would I do an ETF? They don't pay monthly. DIVO. Okay? Monthly. Okay? I do weeklies. Okay, I know you're new here, but I do weeklies. These are monthlies. All right? So just out of curiosity, 38.30. The 38 is going for 10 cents. Why the hell would I buy at 38.30, sell someone the right to buy it from me for 10 cents? That's 1/3%. Yep. Okay, so we're here dividend stocks only. I don't do ETFs because ETFs just don't pay, in my humble opinion. Now, if you want to give your money to someone else to take care of it for you, hey, that's your prerogative. This is just what I do. How do you do weekly? Well, I don't do Devo because that's a monthly. Okay, MSFT. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, now this is the list that is in Devo. Okay, Microsoft, Home Depot, Visa, Walmart, Procter & Gamble, United Health, McDonald's, Chevron, so on and so forth. So I took all the big ETFs and I sucked out all the stocks, took them out, and then I want to see how. She's back again, teasing me. She thinks it's funny. Hi, honey.
Hysterical.
Yes, it is. It's fun. They don't know. They don't know the joke because they're not seeing. Okay, you sell covered calls on dividend stocks, weekly expiration dates. Now, Kevin, I use weekly options, dividend stocks with weekly options. Okay, Ozdemaya. Okay, I can't pronounce that name. Osm Dayahama. I'm doing fine. Did they call you something for short? Because that is an interesting OSMDY Yahaya. I never done options. Options are cool. All right, let me give you an example. Okay. Let's say you have a car sitting on your side of your yard with a for sale sign on it. Say you want $1,000 for the car. Okay. Johnny comes by and say, hey, I would like to buy your car. Here's $100. Hold it to me till Friday. Okay. And you say, okay, great. It'll be $100 on Friday. I mean, $1,000 on Friday. Friday comes, he has a choice. Do I want to get $1,000 or not? Either way, you still keep the $100. Okay, how did you get into this? Just wondering here. They threw so much money at me when I had a manufacturing company. I needed to do something with the money. Tell Mrs. G we can see her reflection in the mirror in the monitor, and we thank her for her entertainment.
Oh, shit.
That's right, because when you walk by, they can see you in the monitor.
Oops.
She says, oops. All right, James. Got into Kohl's at $27.45, sold the 27.50s for $1.65 premium, bought it back for James. That's freaking awesome. Way to go. You recommend doing this to resell for next week? Totally up to you, dude. You can wait for it to go up a little bit higher and resell it again tomorrow morning. Hold on, again. You got it at 27.50. Hold on, let's go back here for a second. Kohl's. That was Kohl's, right? I don't see what. All right. Oh, I don't understand. Your comment doing this. Do it resell for next week. Does Robinhood do weekly? Yes, Robinhood does. But with Robinhood, you have to buy it back on Friday. You cannot let it expire with Robinhood. Okay? Why buy back instead of letting it expire for the full amount? Al, you're going to have to ask him. I don't know why he bought it back. I would have just let it go, you know? But thanks for the lesson. Hey, no problem. Uh-oh, looks like Facebook is turning off. Broadcast pause. Resume. There we go. Okay, Facebook is back on again. Yay, Facebook. Okay. Thanks for the lesson. Mr. James, hi, good morning. Well, good morning to you too. iShare. I have 500. Can I start doing options? Not with 500, you can't. Sorry. Views on QYLD. That is another ETF. Right. He did it because you can never go broke taking profits. That's right, Doc. It sounds like, oh, you know, you could sell that. Well, wait for it to make its move. I don't know. Hold on a second. It sounds like there was only 9 cents left on the call, so he looked at the gain. Yeah, that's true. Kohler, can you explain why you bought it back? More than likely, I mean, if he sold it for a buck something, and now it's worth 9 cents. So it's kind of like buying something for 9 cents and selling it for a buck. What's the minimum amount to start doing options? Well, if you're just starting out, I suggest you just do dividends. But if it jumps up, you're out. True. No. The call got whacked, so he bought it back to make money. Yeah, Secretary, that's correct. Yeah, it was a choice. He sold for a buck, whatever. Yeah, a buck 56. Okay, and then it dropped. He bought it back for 9 cents. Great, awesome. But he's still into the stock at 27.50. How can I just do dividends? Oh, iShare. If you're starting with 500 bucks, I'd go with 5 different stocks. 100 bucks, 100 bucks, 100 bucks, 100 bucks, 100 bucks. Okay, when the stock moves up, 1% sell it. That's my humble opinion. That's what I do for my grandson. You have to decide what is right for you, for your situation. I was just giving you an example. That's what you could do. Oh, I got to remember one thing. Hold on one second. What's a good dividend stock start with? Okay, hold on a second. Al, keeps the premium regardless. You're right. Sorry, I just don't understand unless you have the need for the money before Saturday. Again, correct. I think you made the right call. There wasn't much juice left in the call. Correct, there wasn't. But all right, it kind of comes down to, in my humble opinion, for me anyway, it comes down to how do I value my time. Okay, I make most of my trades on Monday. Okay, that's where I spend most of the time making the trades, going through all the numbers, going through all the stocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I just take a look at it, see what it's doing, just to give me some kind of idea to prepare for Friday afternoon. I very rarely will I ever buy something back during the week because usually when it drops down, so does the stock. Okay, Monique, love that name, the spelling too. He can resell another call, a lesser strike. Correct, Bob, but the stock price will be down. Stock price, if he sells another strike, he's still into the stock at 27.50. I will let you know in a few days how it works out. Not a problem. That's what we're here for. I'm here to teach you guys how to do this simple strategy. I was getting at something, and I forgot what I was getting at before I got sidetracked. Oh, well. That's what happens when you get old. That's my excuse. I'm getting old. It is what it is. Oh, here's where I'm going. We got 130 people here. All right. He can also start to sell the same strike at a higher price if it starts to rebound, correct? There is no direct way to buy your stock. You have to pay attention to the markets. Okay, Jim. What's a good starting stock for dividend? All right, Ryan. Here's my suggestion. Just a suggestion. Okay. Go to Google and download into an EX file. Is that what it's called? An Excel file, Excel spreadsheet. You want to download the Dividend Kings list. Chicken, how you doing? Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions. Good one to start out with. Don Dad, I want to learn how to trade. Where do I start from? All right, Don Dad, you're new here. I can tell by the name. So is Chicken. Chicken Strip 2.0. I'd like to know the story behind that name. Jim Rex, no strategy promised, no matter what you teach. Okay, interesting. Thanks, Jim Rex. What you're teaching is experience. Let them know. Kinda, but not quite. I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Jim. I'm gonna pause these for a second. Okay, pause these questions. Whoops, no, wait a second. I'm gonna pause these for a second and let me just answer Jim here for a second. All right, Jim. This is for you specifically, Jim Rex. Okay. Now, what you're talking about, this strategy promise, no matter what you teach. So you're thinking that this is experience. Not necessarily so. This strategy, you're new here, so you don't know this story yet. So I'm going to share the story with you so you can understand the strategy. Okay. Now, this strategy was created for my 9-year-old daughter. When it got to the point of frustration of her asking me for money. Daddy, can you buy me this? Daddy, can you buy me that? Daddy, money, money, money. I said, why don't you go out and get your own job? She's 9 years old. She started to cry, so I had to calm her down. I said, all right, here's the thing. So she wanted to learn what I was doing. Okay, so in order for her to do the same thing that I was doing at 9 years old, it had to be simple. It had to be safe. There's no way she could possibly lose money if she followed the rules. And the income had to be predictable and the income had to be consistent. Okay, so that's the 5 criteria that this strategy had to be. Number 1, never ever buy something you do not want to hold for a long period of time. Number 2, never sell for a loss. Right there in itself, she could never lose money. That answers that question. Number 2, always buy something. Number 1, always buy something you want to hold a long period of time. That was a list of companies that have increased their dividends consistently for a minimum of 20 consecutive years. It means every year, higher dividends consistently. Okay, that way she could never lose money and she could always make money with the dividends consistently increasing. Now, we throw the options in there because number 1, we're buying a good company. Number 2, we're selling somebody the rights to enjoy the capital appreciation because we really don't care about it. We just want that safe, secure, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. That we get by buying a good quality stock, selling the right to someone else with a covered call, and the premium we collect. Now, if the stock goes down, really don't care because next year I'm going to get higher dividend. Year after that, higher dividend. And I can sell premiums against the position strategically as long as rule number 3, the numbers work. So, Jim, it's not really experience, it's logic. Number 1 rule, never buy something you do not want to hold for a long period of time. So, make your list, check it twice, find out who's naughty or nice. Basically, a good company. Okay, a company that's increased their dividends for more than 20 to 25 years, basically they have historical performance behind them, saying regardless of what the market does, they have consistency to go up. So we look at companies like Colgate-Palmolive, Ford, General Motors, General Electric, AT&T, Consolidated Edison, Procter & Gamble, Philip Morris, companies that have been in business for over 100 years. They have seen World War I, World War II, Korea, the stock market crash, the Great Depression, Vietnam, the oil embargo of the 70s, the crash of 87, the crash of 2000, the dot-com crap, Y2K, the financial crash, the pandemic crash, Iraq, Iran, all that crap these companies have seen, and yet they still increase their dividends consistently year after year after year. So, in my humble opinion, now this is all strictly for entertainment for anyone you want to go and try to sue me for giving bad advice or doing something. Yeah, this is all entertainment. This is what I do. I don't tell anybody what to do. I tell you, I inform you what I do. Okay, what I would do. I don't tell anyone what to do. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, if my daughter only buys a good quality stock, never sells at a loss, and consistently the company is getting higher and higher dividends, okay, and she can sell premiums against them as long as the numbers work, all 5 parts of the criteria come through. All right, so it is a simple strategy, it is a safe strategy. The income is consistent, the income is predictable, and if you do it right, you will never lose. Only way you can lose is if you sell for less than what you paid for it and you don't follow A, B, C, D. Okay? I hope that answers the question, Jim. But again, I don't tell anyone what to do. This is just what I do. Okay? I point out the numbers. Okay? The last trade is what the last trade is. The bid is what the bid is. The ask is what the ask is. The strike price, the premium is what it is. If you do a mistake in the math, that's not my issue. Okay? Right now, the 25.50 is going for 54 cents. It is. It is what it is. Okay? It's not my interpretation. Okay? 25.58, the 25.50 is going for 54 cents. 54 cents is a little bit less than 2% of that. As long as the stock stays above 25.50 by the end of the week, you'll be back into cash come Monday. Okay, excuse me. The numbers all work, then it works. If they don't do it. This is just for entertainment only, so long as you guys understand it. Entertainment only. This is what I do. If you guys want to follow, hey, that's fine. If not, hey, that's fine too. But I would appreciate it if people would, don't say things that you don't completely understand. Because Jim, I know you're new here. Okay, I've been doing this since January, and this is the first time I've noticed that name. And I'm very good with names. Okay, I'm not criticizing this decision. I just don't understand the advantage to the move. Well, all right, Al, look at it this way. Anytime you do a stock trade, okay, you open a position and you close a position. Now, the interesting thing about the stock market is you can sell something before you buy it, which is kind of like what we're doing because we have two different aspects here. We have the stock itself and we have the option. Okay, the stock, we buy the stock to open it, and then eventually we sell it to close it. Now, the option, we're selling to open, and then eventually we're buying to close. If you let it expire worthless on Saturday, it's still closing the position. Okay, so you have to open a position, you have to close a position. Okay, so we're doing it backwards. So what he did, bought it for 9 cents, he sold it for $1.20 something, whatever it was. But he just did backwards. He sold it for something else, and then he bought it back. So he made a nice fat profit. Now, me, normally, I would just let it expire worthless because I value my time and I prefer not to be sitting in front of the computer. I'm doing this here with you guys because I'm finding it exciting and I want to share my knowledge. So Mr. Jim was right about one thing. I am sharing my experience, my knowledge. I made some big-ass mistakes, and I would prefer sharing that with people so they don't do the same. Okay, Chicken Strip 2.0, hello to you. Sorry for that. I had to get that off my chest. Where were we? Wow, I missed all these questions. Holy cow. All right. It's all about the numbers. Love your system. Thank you. Wow, how far did I go? All right. Whoops. Okay, how many questions did I miss? I don't need your story. Strategies are experienced. That's what you're teaching. But it's not. Okay, whatever. You can have your opinion there, Mr. Jim. I learned this strategy very quickly. There you go, Al. I continue to listen to benefit from experience. Thanks, Al. Jim, stocks is always hold a long pair of time if they don't know that they shouldn't be in the game. Okay, Jim, again, that's your opinion. Okay, the longest I've ever held anything was 9 months. Keyword, good quality of stock. Do your homework. Yeah, I already said that. Okay, I love your system, Aisha. Thank you. Chicken, it's all about the number. Yay, chicken strip 2. Yeah, pretty quick. H go, Habs go. I have no idea what that means. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me I got money. I know the game plays. I know all that's old news to me. Okay, Jim, fine. Odds are in your favor with the strategy. That's what I came up with. All right. Can I do it with Ford? We'll talk about that in a second. We'll look at that point blank. If you don't do your homework and what you're investing in, you're going to lose money. All right, Jim, I'm going to disagree with you there. Okay, number one, yes, you should do your homework. Number two, you should never buy anything you don't want to hold a long period of time. Number three, the only way you lose money is selling for less than you paid for it. Okay? Ford has been around for over 100 years. If I buy Ford at 15 bucks and drops down to 10, I don't lose anything until I sell it at a loss. Okay? But Ford continuously increases their dividends. Okay? They're paying their dividends consistently, so you're not losing money. Okay, this is just a twist to the dividend capturing strategy or the long play. Because I will buy Comcast 4 times a year. I'll buy it the first week of the first quarter. I'll buy it the first week of the second quarter. I'll buy it the first week of the third quarter. And I'll buy it first week of the fourth quarter. It's a long-term play for me. I get in, make a little bit of profit, get out. Get in, make a little bit of profit, get out. I quadruple my amount of dividends I would normally get from Comcast by incorporating them along with a couple other companies. I get in, get that small profit, I get out. Then I go to another company, do the exact same thing. I've done my homework on all these companies. I suggest everybody do their own homework, and that's exactly what I tell them. So yeah, you're right about one thing, do your homework, correct. You're wrong about you will lose money. You're not going to lose money unless you sell at a loss, and that is rule number 2. Number 1, never buy something you do not want to hold for a long period of time. Okay? Number 2, never sell at a loss. 2 dual gold. Okay. Hey, just got here. Can you repeat your ABC? I'll do it eventually. I share. Yes, you can. What stock we talking about? We were talking about Kohl's. What do you think about short and BA? No. But if you let it expire, you are buying for 0. Well, kind of yes. All right. Al, that's kind of right. I like it to let it expire because I don't get charged commissions. Okay. When I would Thinkorswim, I don't. When you Thinkorswim, they allow you to let the options expire on Saturday. However, Robinhood, you cannot let them expire. You have to buy them back. Okay, so Robinhood doesn't let you let them expire. Jim, good advice. Thank you, Jim. I'm glad I did something right. Who sang that song? I must be doing something right. Where was I? All right, where am I? Holy cow, I missed all these questions. Okay, Jim Talk 00. You said buy and sell at the same time. Can that be done in one transaction? Oh yeah. And can you do it? Yes. All right. Now, what I mean by I buy and sell at the exact same time, I buy the stock and sell the option at the exact same time. Now, for those of you here, now Jim Talk, you're new here. This screen right here is being broadcast live on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube and see this screen and you'll be able to see these numbers easier. And the explanation I'm about to give in a second will make more sense. Okay, so we're still looking at Kohl's, KSS. Okay, Kohl's did drop down to 25.36 today. Okay, now the numbers for Kohl's is the bid 24.13 and the ask is 25.58. So if I want to buy it tomorrow morning, I'd be paying 25.58. Okay, and I can simultaneously sell someone the 25.50s to buy it from me, and I would collect a 54-cent premium. Let me quickly tell you what that comes to. That comes to 2.1% for the week. Okay, so I'm buying it. I would buy it first thing tomorrow morning, sell somebody the right to buy it from me at $25.50, and I collect 2.1% instantaneously. Let me show you how it's done. Now, again, if you're If you're at your front of your computer, you're looking at YouTube, you can actually see this screen and the numbers will make more sense. Okay, right here, this is Thinkorswim. This is the one I use. When it says the option chain here, gives me all this crap. And this one right here, where it says spread, single, that's one option at a time. Now, when I click on that, this window opens up, okay? And these are all the different option strategies. I would really suggest you guys do not pay attention to any of those because I'm assuming a lot of you are new and you don't know what all that crap is. It is confusing as hell if you don't understand it, okay? The strategy I'm teaching here is level 1 option trading. Okay, I'm at a level 5 because I've been doing this for so long. It's not bragging, it just is what it is. Okay, I would suggest do not until you understand. Okay, so covered stock. Okay, this one, single, covered stock is the only two for this strategy you need to understand. Only two. Okay, all the other ones, extremely confusing, a lot more time, a lot more effort. Okay, so now I already decided that at $25.58, the purchase price, I want to sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at $25.50. $25.50 right here. Okay. I would buy this one right here, $25.04. Now, I'm going to buy it, not sell it. Okay. Now, I'm going to open it up and you'll see exactly what it looks like. Okay, so this is just one trade. I gotta go back over this way. Okay, this tells you what the trade is. It is a covered call. Okay, I am selling 10 contracts of Kohl's 15 March 24. That's this Friday coming up. I'm selling the 25.50 call strike. Okay, and the price is 24.80. Okay, now I have a choice. Limit order. Well, let me just go here. Okay, this could get confusing also. Market order, which is instantaneous, means you get filled first thing in the morning. Limit order means it will fill when your price, whatever you want your price to be, because you can choose whatever price you want. Okay, a stop, limit, trail, stop. Okay, trail, stop, limit. It gets a little confusing. Okay, just starting out, you might want to just stick with limit orders, and I suggest you don't do market orders until you understand them. Okay, so that's that. Okay, simultaneously. Okay, back this side. All right. Okay, I'm selling the covered call. Okay, the option. I'm simultaneously buying 1,000 shares of Kohl's. Okay, so it's all one transaction. Okay, then I would hit the confirm and send. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Okay, buy 10 covered KSS 100s. Those are Kohl's weeklies. 15 March 24. That's this Friday. The 25.5 call, that's a 25.50 call. Okay, forecast at 24.80, limit order to open. Okay, I'm opening the order. Okay, Friday afternoon, it will, actually Saturday, options expire on Saturday. Ask me why the options expire on Saturday. I have no idea. The market's not open on Saturday. Why? Probably all the math they got to do. I have no idea. But they expire on Saturday. Okay, so Friday afternoon at 3:30, I want to find out what these numbers are. Okay, so before you hit this button here, because once you hit that button, you own it. Okay, so double check all of this. All right, so let's dive in a little bit deeper. Okay, break even, 24.80. That's break even. That's I don't win, I don't lose. That's break even. The maximum I can make on this trade is $700. Okay, the maximum loss is the 24,800. Which, if the stock goes to zero, I mean, you don't buy something unless you realize that you could lose, because this is basically, legalized gambling. You're buying Kohl's stock, and yeah, you could lose if Kohl's goes bankrupt tomorrow. But do you think Kohl's is going to go bankrupt tomorrow? I don't think so. So that comes back to rule number one: never buy something unless you're okay with buying it and holding it for a long period of time. Okay, so I'm going to pay $24,800. If it was a cash account, this account happens to be a margin account. So I'm only paying $12,120. Okay, my commission is $6.50. So the total price is right there. So let's do the math before I send this off. Okay, clear that out of the way. My maximum profit is $700. Okay, now if I had an all cash account, which I suggest everyone do unless you're experienced, okay, $700 is my profit. Okay, I'm going to divide it by the purchase price, which is $24,800. $24,800. And my return for the week, if it stays above, if it stays above 2550, would be 2.8% for the week. Okay? And if it stays above 2550, Monday morning, I'll be back. I'll have all that cash back in my hand. Now, the nice thing about that $700, I get that immediately. I get that first thing in the morning. Okay, I place this open order at a market order. It'll fill at 9:31. Okay, and at 9:31, that $700 will be in my account, and I can take it out and I can go spend it. That's why I do this, because I want that premium on a consistent basis. Now, if by Friday, let's get rid of all this stuff. Oops, nope. I don't want to do that. I'm going to delete that. All right. Okay, this is the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago, we're here, up a little bit. Now we're back down, and we're right here. Okay, if by Friday it is below 2550, then I decide, do I want to take it into the next week? Do I want to take a loss? Now, my philosophy is I never take losses if I can help it. Every once in a while, you have no choice in the matter. Okay, you got to understand. This is another one of the things you really got to understand. Okay, you dance to the music. Eventually, you're going to pay the fiddler. Do you know what that means? Nobody wins them all. Okay, now there will be a chance. There will be a time that comes where you're faced with, what do I do? Okay. Now, for those of you who are new here, I gave an example of the big ass chewing I got last year with Target. Okay, I bought Target at 135. She dropped down to 102. I still held on to it because I liked Target. Had nice premiums. Okay, I continuously had an income coming in from Target until November 14th when she was at 110. I sold off the 114s, and then she gaps up to whatever it was, and I had to buy those back. I lost $12,000 that particular day because that's what happened. Nobody knows when a gap up can come. Okay, but I held on to Target. It slowly got back to 135. I sold it at a profit, and eventually all those premiums I collected, all those dividends I collected, all got sucked away by that gap up. They call that a black swan event. Now, the nice thing about it is I had 5 other positions that same time frame, and those 5 other positions took care of the losses on Target for that week. So did I lose? I lost on that position, yes. But did I lose? No, I didn't lose overall. So last year I lost 3 times. Target, PPG, and Kimberly-Clark. And each one basically did the same thing. Gapped up with no notice. Anyway, that being said, it's just a game. Make sure you know the rules. Make sure you do your homework. And never buy something unless you want to hold it long term. Never sell for a loss, and make sure the numbers work. Okay, so Jim Talk 000. Does that make sense? The covered call strategy. You can do it 2 separate ways. You can buy the stock first and then sell the option, or you can do the covered strategy all in one implementation. Okay, it all depends on your experience, and that's why I tell people that having what do you call it, a group session. We have a small group that does connect every morning. We do our trades Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, between 9:15 and 10. And then Thursday, 3:30. No, sorry, Friday, 3:30, just to make sure everything's okay. So let me go to some of the other questions. Appreciate this discussion. You got it, Al, Jim Rax. We all lose, Bubba, the game. Okay, you will always lose, but that is what builds you and makes you stronger. Okay, Jim. What big mistake? All right, Reggie, I'm sorry that question came a long time ago. I have no idea what that was. I have no idea. Let me get through all these questions. TSM earnings run up. TSM. I haven't looked at TSM yet. Oh, it's 11:30. It's almost time for me to quit, depending if the wife's still up. If she's still up, we'll call it a night. But if she's sleeping, then no. Okay, winner 86. It can be done in one transaction. It's called buy right covered call. Yeah, same thing. Buy right. Do you trade futures as well? I used to do futures, but not anymore. If it expires worthless, do you still have to exercise the option? No. No, it really depends on which trading platform you use. Thinkorswim will allow the options to expire worthless. Robinhood will not allow the options to expire worthless. So each trading platform is different. I have no idea about E-Trade. I have no idea about international. No, is it international brokers? I don't know. But there's a bunch of different trading platforms. You find one that you like, that you're comfortable with. I like this one because it has everything I want. Okay, very few of them have the trigger trade, and very few of them have the seasonality chart. 9 months is not a long time. Well, sorry, Jim, 9 months is a long time for me. So long I've been trading for over 20 years. The longest I've ever held anything was 9 months. Ian Lizard, you're back. You've been here before, and I haven't seen you in a while. iShare, we will get to Ford in a second. Yuri, would a 200 weekly deposit be a good start? Yuri, I honestly cannot tell you what is good, what is not good, because number one, I don't know your age, I don't know your situation, I don't know your goals, I don't know your situation, I don't know anything. You have to decide what is right for you. And my assumption, this is just an assumption, I have been wrong. My children find it humorous and they write it down on a calendar. Dad, I was wrong. It happens. Everyone is different. Okay, you have to decide what is right for you. Okay, you're the only one besides your wife or your husband will be able to tell you if you're right or wrong. But find something you're comfortable with and just do it. This is just what I do. I'm sharing what I do. I'm not telling anyone to do this. I'm not giving anyone advice. I'm just sharing what I do. This is strictly for entertainment. I have to keep saying that. Strictly for entertainment. Okay? Never trust someone on YouTube. Who says that? He's an influencer on YouTube. Never blindly trust a random guy. Never trust a random guy on YouTube. Wait a minute. Never blindly trust a random guy on YouTube. Yeah, I always tell you guys, do your own work. Do your own research. Okay? And more importantly, if somebody sends you a message and say that they're me and they want you to want me to send you money, oh, no. You check, make sure it is me, because I have zero. I'm following no one. Okay, so you look, because I think there's 6 imposters out there, scammers, that say that they're me. Okay, number one, I always tell people, you want to talk to me, DM me with your phone number and I will call you, because I will. And you can ask some of the people here live, does he call? Yes, he does. Okay, DM me with your number and I will call you. Okay, number 2 is I will never ask you for money, and I will never do cryptocurrency until you hear me live saying it. Then assume it's a scammer. I did have someone contact me saying that they wanted me to refund their money, and I was saying, what money? Well, you told me to send you this money for this crypto thing. I said, no, it wasn't me. So I felt bad for the guy. I did. But I don't do cryptocurrency, and I say that every night because somebody in the audience always asks me about cryptocurrency, and I always say I don't do cryptocurrency. Okay? So always be leery. There are people out there trying to cheat you, and they will say they are me, but they're not me. Okay, if you really want to talk to me, DM me and I will call you back. All right, Lil Jordan, do you trade futures also? I used to, but I don't do it anymore. I stick to just one trading strategy. Okay. What about the kid that doesn't buy Ford? Let's talk to them for a second. What about the kid that doesn't buy Ford? Let's talk to them. Let's talk to them for a second. All right, Jim, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm going to look at Ford in a minute. I just want to go through all the questions. All right, okay, follow, blah, blah, blah. Who's thinking money NT? What was that? I'm looking at all these questions. Wow. This is, oh, wait a second, that's too far. All right, what time zone? All right, time zone, we're in Eastern time zone. I can sell options without own stock. iShare, really? You're new here. You're relatively new here. Okay, I don't know what your experience is. Okay, I really don't. I cannot tell you what you can and cannot do, or what you should or should not do. Okay, but what you're saying here, I okay, I can tell you're inexperienced. I can sell options without owning stock. Yeah, you can, but you have to have a level 5 option experience. That's called naked call writing, and that you need a lot of experience and a lot of money to do that. I I can't tell you what to do. Honestly, I can't. You have to do your own research. But yeah, all right. iShare selling uncovered calls extremely risky. Thank you, Winner 66. You're right. It is. All right, strategy 300. Thank you, Al, for saying that. Oops. All right. Do you have strategies that do even better than this 1% strategy? Of course I do. But Reg, you're in Canada, and you sent me a number, and I couldn't call you because you're in Canada. But we can do a Zoom call, and we can do other kind of calls. But I don't share those strategies with people unless I know for a fact that they've got this one under control. Okay. And I don't share that one for free. I share this one for free. It's easy. Alex, hello. Robinhood or Webull? Alex, to be totally honest with you, I haven't looked at Webull, so I can't tell you. I got into Robinhood, and it was simple, easy. Everything was right there, straightforward. So I like Robinhood, so I use Robinhood. Where can I research the companies that have the biggest dividends? All right, Flip and Fix. You're definitely in the wrong place, because if you're looking for the biggest dividends, someone's not telling you something. There's a reason why the dividends are as big as they are. Okay, I look at consistent dividend growth. Okay, companies that increase their dividends consistently. And when you take a look at the, here's a great place to start. Yahoo Finance. Okay, you put in a stock symbol. Okay, it pops up, and you have all this data that you can research. Okay, chart, conversation, statistics, historical data, profile, financial analysis, options, holders, sustainability insights. A lot of stuff you can find out right here in Yahoo. This is what I like. I like Yahoo Finance because I've been using that for decades also. Now, one thing I like to do first thing is historical data. All right. Now, come up to historical data, and I go to historical prices. And then when that pops up, I go dividends only. Okay, and then I go over here, the maximum dividends that they paid, and then I take a look. Okay, 2024, 23, 22, 21, and I go down the list. Okay, have they increased consistently? Okay, and Microsoft has increased consistently. All the way to 2023 is when they first started paying dividends. Okay, so if you look at 2023, 2005, 05, 06, 07, increasing consistently all the way up to the present. It's not 25 years though. Okay, so Microsoft is only on my list because it's on the ETF list. A lot of ETFs have Microsoft. All right, where was I? Back here. All right, more questions. Robinhood, Webull, better use. I can't, Alex. I can't answer that question because I have not looked at Webull. I appreciate the advice. You're welcome, Yuri. It's not advice. It's just I use both RH and Webull. Cool. Thank you. All right, Yuri. I already had they happen, and I'm new here. Reported the account already. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, Yuri. Um, I heard somebody once. I think it was Frank Kern. I don't know if you guys know who Frank Kern is, but he's a big internet marketer. He says if you don't have enough haters, you're not working hard enough. So I take the scammers or the spammers or the people who pretend to be me kind of like flattery because they're trying to. I don't like the idea of someone scamming using my information. I find that in bad taste. But I'm kind of flattered that they think I have something worthy of sharing. But I feel bad for those that get taken advantage of. And if anyone ever asks you about money, pretending to be me, it ain't me. Because if I'm going to ask you for money, you're going to be in front of me, face to face, so I can look you in the eye and we can shake hands. Because yes, I do invest money for other people, but I have to know who you are because I don't do it for anyone. Leo, both great, but I need to learn Webull better. Okay. LA Soundwaves, yes. I had a couple of conversations with LA Soundwave. Alex, me too. I did call Alex. I switched to Webull. Travis, hypothetically, if you could do ODTE covered calls on equities. Oh, it's 11:31. The wife is still up. You know what that means? It means it's time for me to go. You still up, honey?
No.
She said she's not up. Okay, now I'm here every night at 9 p.m. All right. Now, I feel really bad about this. She's gonna come have cigarettes. After her cigarettes, I'm out of here. Let me see if I go with these questions real quick. ODTE. I have no idea what ODTE means. Okay. Calls on equities. Would you, since you can get in and get out? I have no idea what Travis. I don't know what ODTE is. What you mean? Okay, Fox. Now with AI, they will even clone your voice. No, when I say no, when I say my voice, I mean you DM me with your phone number and I will call you. All right. Okay. Okay. Your bankroll is going to determine what 100 shares you can buy. Okay, Steve. Great live, sir. Thanks for the entertainment. Yeah, not a problem. 0 day. I have no idea. 0 days expiration. 0 days to expiration. Oh, ODT. There you go. What, honey?
Be here all week, folks.
We'll be thoughts on investing in LIRP instead of a Roth IRA. All right, you have to tell me what an LIRP is. All right, Soundwave, good night. Thanks. Good night. See you tomorrow. All right, Reg, you too. I'm not going yet because she just started one of her cigarettes, so we can have a little bit more. Okay, what do you think about AI and AAL? All right, you never mentioned your stock from yesterday. Life insurance retirement plan. Ooh, we should talk about that one. Good night, James. Good night. Yeah, Go Sox. Hey, Go Sox, you didn't tell me what you thought about those 2 videos I made. I made 2 videos specifically saying thanks to you because you did point out where I was wrong. Okay. Now I admitted it. I came on I even said it early before you even got here.
You didn't admit it to me.
Oh, that's right. The wife hasn't known yet. Where are the videos? Well, you go to the bio. They're the 2 newest videos I just uploaded. As a matter of fact, the wife's gonna want to hear it, so I will play them. How do I do this? Okay. Down, down, down. Actually, I'll check them out. Down, down, down. Oh, here we go right here. Look at it. Already got 1,000. Already has 1,000 plays on it. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader. Will the S&P continue to go up? That same secure, predictable, and consistent 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividends. What are those? Those are that one. Well, about 150 stocks that increased their dividends for more than 20 years consecutively. They pay out weekly.
anyway, let's get down to the meat and potatoes of the conversation today. JWN Nordstrom. Now, I was pointed out by one of my followers, or one of the people in the private trade group that we have, which you might want to think about, joining if you're serious about your trading. Now, I was looking at JWN, which is Nordstrom, and he pointed out that my math was wrong. I did some double checking. So after reading the numbers again, this is what I came up with. Okay, I first bought JWN on the first week of March 6th. I jumped in the first one. It was 1881. Okay, so I sold the option on that one. I got 2.4%. That was great. Okay, 811, which was 311, which was yesterday, Monday. I bought a bunch more, and I doubled down because I wanted to go for that dividend that was coming out. So I jumped in and I bought it at $16.95, and I sold the option at 56 cents a share. Now I sold at $16.50, which means I only make 11 cents per share, which is 0.6% for the week. It's like 0.6. You gotta be kidding me! Really? I hit the wrong button. Okay, even I make mistakes. Again, I'm here to admit it. I made a mistake. Okay. So anyway, that being said, this morning I sold options.
Wife's picking on me again.
This morning, and then the dividend was yesterday, which was Monday. So I'm going to collect that, and that dividend.
No, my username on YouTube is different.
So add it all up, I had a total of 2.6% total return for Nordstrom. However, I'm in 2 weeks as Nordstrom, so that 2.6% comes to 1.3% per week. And that's up this Friday, as long as she stays above 1650. At this moment in time, she's at 1780. I have 100%, well, I shouldn't say 100%. I have a pretty confident that I'll stay above 1650 by the end of this week. That being said, I just come to admit that, yeah, I made a mistake, and thanks to Go Sox. Go Sox, I think Go Sox 83, who pointed it out to me. And Daniel, thanks, Daniel, because it wasn't for you. It's nice to have people that are like-minded and look out for each other. That's one of the good things about the trading group that we have. There's not a lot of us, but that's good. We all help each other out, look over each other's shoulders, and make sure the numbers that we're doing and the stocks that we're picking are good and can do what we want them to do. So, again, thanks for that. And I do admit I made a mistake. So I'm going to go eat my humble pie, and I'll be back at 9 o'clock tonight. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, by the 10-minute Trip.
You never thanked me when I told you were wrong.
Well, I was wrong. Caveat, you gotta hold until 4:10. I have no idea what that is. Good night, Miss Jacqueline. Trucker, okay. So anyway, yeah, Go Sox. That was for you. I hit the wrong button. It is what it is. Previous comment. I don't know what you're talking about. That's fine. 410. I don't know what 410 is. Oh, that one. Yeah, special dividend. No, that stock's not on my list. Awesome. Did you like that, Mike? See, Mike, even I make mistakes. Okay, but I'm man enough to admit it. It is. And this is the first time the wife has seen that I made a mistake. So it is what it is.
No, I've seen plenty of your mistakes.
Oh, your YouTube is The 10-Minute Trader. Okay, 10minutetrader.com at YouTube. The 10minutetrader.com. Okay, iShare. Right up here in the bio. You can link in there. That'll take you to all the websites. Yeah, you're wrong all the time, Mike. Hey, it happens. All right. Anyway, it's 11:30. I've been here since 9. Okay, I've been sitting on this couch almost all day because I had a lot of work to do. I have a lot of people I got to email to, trying to get this thing up and running properly. You should have a link tree created. Actually, I do have a link tree. It should be in there. Yeah, Yuri, if I did the link tree wrong, please let me know. I will DM you your phone number if you know how to do it the right way, because I really don't know. Mars Rocks, good evening and thanks. All right, we're going to slowly say bye to everyone. So bye over here on Instagram. All right, bye Instagram. You guys have a nice night. Eve, and now YouTube. Say, YouTube guys, have a nice night. Probably missed. When do you live schedule? I gotta hit the share button. I can take it in. Draft, you haven't said anything all night. Where have you been? Austin, haven't heard from you all night either. Mike, good night. Go Sox, just watch the videos. Good night, peeps. Yuri, like I said, if you can figure out that link tree, if I did it wrong, let me know, because I'm pretty sure I did it. And yep, that's end. Write a caption. Ooh, this would be good. Dividend investing for weekly cash flow. Gotta love that consistent, safe, and predictable 1% per week. I think that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here you go, honey.
I especially liked where you go wrong.
Kiddo, just go show how many brains are better. Many brains are better than one. Together we can help each other. That's exactly what we're doing. Iron sharpens iron. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that means, but okay. Oh, 15 viewers on YouTube. Cool beans. Okay, Facebook. You're done. All right, and we're done over here in YouTube. Stop streaming.